Hey everybody, it was so good to see you all on Zoom yesterday, and if you didn't make it, just remember that we have meetings every Wednesday at 10:30, and you can get the link at our Classroom Dojo. And if you need help getting on, just let Mrs. Walters or myself know and we'll be glad to help you, okay? Thinking about the videos that I have not made one on elapsed time. And that's something that we did a lot through our 10-minute math. I don't think that there's any packet work, but it's something very important for you to know before going to 4th grade. And so I thought we'd do a practice problem together. Before we do that, I did manage before they let school out to grab Judy. So I have Judy clock here, and we're just gonna use her just to review parts of the clock. Okay, so we have Judy here, and we notice this Judy clock has 2 hands. One is the hour hand, and that's the shorter hand. One is the minute hand, and that counts the minutes. So we know if we start both hands on the 12, and I move the minute hand, the hour hand will begin to move. And when I make it all the way around, it has been 1 hour. So thinking about how a clock is set up is that on every number for the minute hand, 5 minutes have passed, okay? So if I go back up here and my minute hand moves to the 1, that means that 5 minutes have passed. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and then we have a new hour. Something else to note is that there are 12 numbers on the clock. So that doesn't mean that there's 12 hours in the day. It means there's 12 hours in the AM and 12 hours in the PM, which is evening. AM is morning, PM is evening. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind, especially with our problem that we're going to solve. Okay? All right, here we go. Here's our problem. Miss Bennett left her house at 8:43 a.m. She had to go pick up groceries, check on her papaw, and mail a letter. She returned home at 12:14 p.m. How long was Miss Bennett gone? Miss Bennett left her house at 8:43 p.m. She had to go pick up groceries, check on her papaw, and mail a letter. She returned home at 12:14 p.m. How long was Miss Bennett gone? Okay. So in thinking about an elapsed time problem, you are either given a start time and an end time, and you're trying to find the elapsed time. You're given a start time, elapsed time, and you're trying to find the end time. Or you're given the elapsed time and end time, and you're trying to find a start time. Okay, so let's see which one this is. It looks like that I have been given a start time. I left my house at 8:43. I was gone to run my errands, and I came back at 12:14. The question wants to know, or is asking, how long was I gone? So I'm trying to find the elapsed time. How much time has passed? How much time was I gone? Now, the best strategy to use is a number line, because we know we can't always have Judy clocks when we're taking an assessment, or in real life. We do wear watches, but sometimes it is easier to visualize how much time has passed on a number line, okay? All right, so I'm going to draw a number line here. And my start time is 8:43 a.m. I'm trying to get to 12:14 p.m. Okay? So I'm trying to think, if I add 1 hour, where would I be? Not changing the minutes, so I would be at 9:43. So if I add another hour, I would be at 10:43. Can I add another hour? If I add another hour, I'm going to be at 11:43. Now, going back to the problem, I come back at 12:14. Can I add another hour? I could, but that means I'm going to be subtracting time away, and I don't want to have to do that. So I'm not going to add another hour. I am going to start on our minutes. Okay? So I know if I add 7 minutes, that's going to make a new 10 because I have a 3 in my ones place. So I'm going to be at 11:50. If I add 10 more minutes, what's going to happen? If I add 10 minutes to 11:50, what's going to happen? I'm going to make a new hour. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. And if I add 10 minutes to 11:50, I'm going to get to 12. So I'm at 12. I'm trying to get to 12:14. I'm going to add 14 minutes to get to 12:14. So going back, 12:14 p.m. Going back to the question, it says, how long was I gone? Let me go back. 12:14 is where I ended. So I knew this. I knew where I was going to end. I started at 8:43. I knew where I was going to begin. So I am looking for how much time has passed. So my answer is going to be in the time that I added. Okay? So I have 1, 2, 3 hours. And then I have 7 minutes, 10 minutes, 14 minutes that I need to put together. Okay, so I'm just going to put that down here. Plus 7 minutes, plus 10 minutes, plus 14 minutes. Okay. So if I put, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put 14 plus 10. That's going to get me 24 minutes plus this extra 7 minutes. 24 plus 7. Well, 6 more would get me to 30. 1 more would be 31 minutes. So I was gone for 3 hours and 31 minutes. Now, we know we could have used Judy to help us solve this problem, but using a number line or a timeline can help you keep track of the time that you've added and how much more time you have to go. So, started at 8:43. I was gone for 3 hours and 31 minutes, and I came back at 12:14. Okay, so I do have a challenge for you. I want you to write your own elapsed problem, and I want you to show a strategy, and then I want you to send it to me. Okay, I so enjoy looking at your work. Okay, so I'm going to write it up here so you have it before I stop filming here. So you're going to write elapsed time problem. And you can have a start time and end time, or you can have a start time and elapsed time. Okay, so anyhow you want to do it. Then you're going to show a strategy. Okay, and you may have a different strategy than a number line. I encourage you to get comfortable using a number line because you'll use it in 4th grade, but you may have a different strategy. And then I want you to send me your work. That way we can post it on our Friday collage. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for your hard work, and thank you for participating in our classroom dojo. And again, if you have any questions, please, 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 please ask me. I'm here for you. I miss you, and just never forget how much you are loved.